A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal decision, a federal judge has ruled against President Donald Trump's deployment of National Guard troops in Washington, D.C., stating that the action violates federal law. U.S. District Judge Jia Cobb, appointed by President Joe Biden, issued the ruling after D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab filed a lawsuit challenging the deployment, which has been ongoing for several months. The judge's ruling, however, comes with a 21-day stay, allowing the Trump administration time to appeal the decision. The controversy stems from Trump's use of National Guard troops in response to rising crime rates in the capital. In August, the president declared a crime emergency and ordered the deployment of over 2,300 National Guard members from various states to assist local law enforcement. However, Judge Cobb found that while the president has the authority to protect federal property, he cannot unilaterally deploy the D.C. National Guard for crime control without the consent of local officials. In her ruling, Cobb emphasized that normalizing the use of military troops for domestic law enforcement poses a dangerous precedent, undermining local governance and the independence of states. This unprecedented federal overreach is not normal or legal, Schwab stated, calling for the troops to be sent home. The Attorney General argued that the presence of Guard troops inflames tensions with residents and diverts local police resources. The White House, however, defended the deployment, asserting that President Trump is within his legal rights to send National Guard troops to assist in maintaining order in the Capitol. White House spokeswoman Abigail Jackson criticized the lawsuit as an attempt to undermine the president's efforts to combat violent crime, suggesting that the operations have been highly successful. This ruling is not an isolated incident. Trump's deployment of National Guard troops has faced legal challenges in other cities, including Portland, Chicago, and Los Angeles, raising questions about the legality of using military forces for domestic law enforcement purposes. The Supreme Court is currently reviewing an emergency appeal from the Trump administration regarding the deployment of troops in Chicago as part of an immigration crackdown, which has also faced pushback from local authorities. Judge Cobb's ruling highlights a growing tension between federal authority and local governance, with the D.C. National Guard's unique status complicating the legal landscape. Unlike state-level National Guard forces, which are typically under the control of state governors, the D.C. National Guard is federally controlled, leading to disputes over its deployment and use. As the situation unfolds, the implications of this ruling could have lasting effects on the relationship between federal and local authorities, particularly in how law enforcement is conducted in the nation's capital. The Trump administration has argued that its actions are justified under local law provisions allowing the National Guard to assist civil authorities, but Cobb's interpretation challenges this view, stating that such assistance cannot occur without a request from local officials. The ongoing legal battle over the deployment of National Guard troops in Washington, D.C., reflects broader national debates over the role of military forces in domestic law enforcement, raising critical questions about civil liberties, state sovereignty, and the balance of power within the federal system. As the Trump administration prepares to appeal the ruling, all eyes will be on the courts to see how they navigate this complex and contentious issue. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.